quite the lift up world here, hey?
So check this out. Lorraine finally brought a Hoya from her place. She took a whole bunch of cuttings and just planted them up in here. They were all really well rooted. She had them wrapped up in some wet paper towel. So we finally have 2 Hoyas that will grow into something special, and then she brought her planter back too. So finally have her planter back. Here's the new leaves right here, and then the old leaves are right here, and they're going soggy and soft. And these new leaves use the energy from these ones to grow. But yeah, it's we're closed today. It's Sunday, so we're trying to get some things done while we're closed. But check it out. We got our curtains up. We got the curtains hung so that the furnace can just heat this little area. And then on the other side of here, I have another curtain hung, so it's double layered. There's a bunch of Christmas stuff I got to put away. So in here, there's a few plants. Just getting ready for the season. So today we're going to transplant all these. We're going to transplant all the grass, maybe the begonias too, but definitely all the grass. Anyway, yeah. Hey, we're ready. Ready to transplant our first plugs. That's all of them. So we'll get these guys put in the ground. I'm going to transplant them right away. Just a little cutie. Eventually, we'll have a table full of them. And we ran out of string, so Mom is separating one piece of string so that we can put up another door that we use with the poly. She's got a helper.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, he got you.
He did. Didn't get me.
Alright, anyway, let's plant these guys. Okay, so we got all of them transplanted. They're all planted and they're back in the grass area of the greenhouse. So these are all the fiber optics. We'll have a second shipment. Like we have one shipment, and then like mid-March, we'll have another shipment come in. So you can sell these ones earlier in the season, around like middle of May, and then the second shipment you'll sell like kind of around June. So I got a few left. There's one poor little guy that is a little bit sad. We might try and nurture him to health and see if he can come back, but 13 degrees in here. And then some grasses. And Lorraine is going to start planting these guys here. I planted the fiber optics and she seeded. So now neither one of us like to seed. So she's going to plant these vertical, or no, these are baby tut grass. So she's going to plant the baby tut, and then I'm going to start seeding a few things. So what are you doing here, Mom?
Fixing my seeds because there's multiple seeds in a few cells, so I'm fixing it. So I don't want any more than one in there.
So there's a few cells here that have like 2 or 3 seeds in them. So she's trying to make it so that each one has just one in there.
The needles picked up too many seeds.
Yeah. So we use like a, well, I'll show you. So over here, this is our seeding desk. And so we use this here seeding wand, which is attached to an air compressor line that I have a valve on, so you can turn the vacuum on and off. It turns into a vacuum here. And then that line feeds over into our seeder. And then you, when you turn it on, you just plug your hole with your thumb, suck up some seeds from your trough right here, and then you transfer it over to your tray, which Lorraine already did this one here. The only thing with that, it's not going to focus, is it? The only thing with that wand seeder is that it will drop multiple seeds in each one. So I'm going to stop using that one. I got that for her for her birthday, I think, last year or the year before. And I'm going to switch to this one. I'll get this one all set up and then we'll show you what that one looks like. Okay, well, I got it all set up, so here we are. So this is a seed tray called a 512. So the number directly corresponds to how many cells there are, which means that's how many seeds you can grow. So if you're doing like something like a pansy or a viola or petunia or whatever, and you're going to grow thousands of them, you use a tray like this as opposed to like a 288 or something. So we've got 512 on the seeder. This is the vacuum seeder. It goes through this hose and it's hooked up to a shop vac. So it'll be a little bit noisy when we turn it on. But it ultimately what it does is it's a chamber in here, and it creates suction. And there's a whole bunch of little tiny holes drilled into this. And the vacuum will pull the seeds onto the holes. I'll turn it upside down, turn the vacuum off, the seeds will drop. And then hopefully you seeded 500 seeds really quick if you're not too busy wasting time. So over here is a stack of seeds that Lorraine did. So she already did those. We try and keep them entirely separate and like opposite side of the table, because otherwise you lose track of what you've done. But so we're going to do Matrix Mix Coastal Sunrise. So I've got the tag here, and I put, we use a Velcro. We have a little Velcro on here because these trays are no longer in production. They don't make them anymore. So the ones that we have in the shed, we got to use them forever. So we don't want to bung it up with like stickers, or we used to use staples. You can see a staple in here. If you do that, then your whole tray just gets destroyed and you can't use it year after year after year. So we're trying this new system with Velcro. And anyway, so now we can read our tags. So and then this is a stack of seeds that I'm going to try and do as many as I can. And then these each have 1,000 seeds in them. So right here. But anyway.
Or close to.
Yeah, or close to 1,000. But Lorraine's going to film. It's going to be a little bit noisy, so I'll hopefully we can get a good success and we'll show you.
All right, giddy up there, mister.
Oh yeah, so let's show them. You should show them this seed tray. So inside here, so when the seeds go on here and you soak, or the vacuum pulls the seeds down, when you take this whole tray and flip it upside down, the leftover seeds will fall into this trough right here, and there's a lip, and so the seeds get caught in that. So
the
extra seeds. So you'll turn the vacuum off and drop these seeds, and then when you roll this whole process back over, all those additional extra seeds will fall out of that trough. So we'll show you that process too.
So okay. It's going to get noisy.
A little bit noisy. Okay, now we flip her over. Turn the vacuum off. And then hopefully all the seeds will fall off. And then get ready to watch this trough here. So then we lift the seed tray up like this, and all the seeds are in this trough here. And so as we flip it, all the additional extra seeds we didn't use will fall out. And then, hopefully, if we're consistent at all, we should have one seed in each one. I'll grab my pointer so I can point to them. So there's one there, another. So we missed that one. There's another. There's another. So missing the odd one's okay. And if you find that you did a tray that you missed a whole bunch of seeds, then you can always spend a little bit of time with tweezers or your fingers or something, just dropping a little seed in there. But I don't know why it's not focusing. But anyway, yeah, there you go. So that's how you seed 512 seeds at a time. And then you keep it labeled so you know what the heck you did. So now we do the next one. Just like that. Okay, so then after that, we want to make sure that year to year we remember what we did. So these seeds are from 2016, so we're trying to use those as much as we can. So in here is a list of seeds that we've done today, and then you can go back and look at last year. So Lorraine transferred 2000, and so this is 2016. This is the start of the season. So today's the 19th, so we're one day behind. But so last year on the 18th of February we did pansies. Work our way down the list so we can kind of see what we did when. It's all cataloged in here so that you can remember, like maybe your geraniums or maybe your pansies came up late and they weren't flowering on time, so then you can bump it ahead a week or 5 days or something like that to see if you can get it a little bit more refined. We do that every year, so every year you refine it a little bit more. You can go back to February 2015. So here we were doing our pansies on the 23rd of February. Then last year we did them on the 18th. And this year we're just falling behind and we're one day. We felt like they were actually precisely on time. So in terms of flowering. So anyway, now we just write down the new one we did, and keep it in check for next year.